Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is your neighborhood realtor Rumy. As you can see, I have a different setup today. But today's video is going to be a funny one actually. Basically, I'm seeing a lot of news online about the market. I'm going to be showing you. I feel like a lot of the news that comes out reaches Twitter before it actually hits the main media. The speed of information on Twitter is a lot faster, and I'm going to show you a live screen of people that are losing money currently in the market, where when people talk about there's a loss in the market, where exactly it's happening, and show you some examples so you can see exactly what's going on and give you a live demonstration in terms of like what I think, how I'm responding, and here we go. So as you can see here, you can see my Twitter. So there's a few accounts. So this is one individual, Hussein. I think he's in Calgary. It says Remax Canada has suspended a bond-based realtor. Okay, let's not talk about any of those things. Am I crazy for wanting to move to Toronto, a low-income earner without a degree? So as you can see, a lot of people on Reddit are talking about the high cost of living in Toronto, how it's so expensive, and people are talking about how they can't find a job. I mean, anywhere you go in the world is competitive. Like, I don't know where you can go in the world and just be like, hey, I want a job. Give me a high paying job without having to try hard or network or meet the right people, even, to be honest with you. Okay. In recent years, technology has made a host of consumer transactions cheaper, from booking a vacation to buying stock, but commission rates for selling a home haven't really budged. That could change soon. So they're saying apparently in the US, a lot of people are complaining about high transaction fees for realtors. Usually when the market's going down, everybody wants to complain about 1 or 2%. But when the market's going high and everybody in the realtor is bringing in 20 offers, they have no problem paying 2.5%, 5%. That's what I just think. So right now, people are just trying to crunch, because 2.5% can mean a lot of money. It's like almost some people, it's like a 1/3 of their yearly salary, right? If they're working a job. Okay. Because this individual here, he doesn't post as much real estate stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go to this guy. Okay. This guy is another Twitter account that always posts like real estate news and stuff. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything they say in their point of view. I'm just saying these guys are very good at spotting out like the big losses in the market. It's like they have nothing better to do. So here he's talking about the bank. Here he's talking about Amazon. Well, that's not even him. 30-year fixed mortgage rates hit 8%. That's in America. So in America, apparently, it's a bit different from the Canadian market. In America, you can get a mortgage for 30 years. So you can lock in your mortgage rate for 30 years, which is pretty damn good, right? Because technically you'd be able to pay off your mortgage, and there's a much bigger population. The population in America is like over 300 million. In Canada, it's about 40 million. So maybe it's a lot higher now. Who knows? What is it? Connor is bearish on total TLT, on bullish on real estate. Okay, he's talking about stocks. Canadian new housing starts are rising with inventory. Bad for prices. Toronto real estate. Oops. Okay, told you they will walk away from pre-cons and you will be able to buy them with zero down payment. And even with this option, this place is overpriced. No down payment required. Oh, wow. Okay, so this person bought this for 1.32 million. Wow. They're walking in with 200K deposit. Just close under your name and pay the mortgage. Take advantage of being even without a mortgage, without a down payment. Wow. So basically, it's gotten so bad for some people that bought so high in the pre-cons that you can literally buy this contract from this buyer on this property, because most likely the value of this, they bought it for 1.32. Holy. That's a lot. I know this area very well. It's in Whitby, which is in Durham region, which is where I focus. So this townhouse right now, 2,300 square feet, is probably worth maximum $1,050,000. So say he even walked away with, yeah, even if he would have to put down close to like $400,000-$500,000, plus the balance of his mortgage is going to be close to 6 to 7% on the remaining amount. So he probably won't be able to afford it, and he's willing to literally give away his $200,000 only because he's probably looking at like $400,000 plus in a loss, which is a lot for some people, right? Not everybody that gets in the market can afford like that. So that's a big one. More layoffs. Okay, real estate supply shortage. Jobs are shrinking. Canada Scotiabank to lay off 3,000 employees. Okay, let's click on this. Does it say where? I mean, that's expected, right? The banks are always going to lay people off when the economy's in a crunch. They're saying it's a recession right now. I think the money is in a crunch. They're not giving out money as much. Buyers are very fearful. Right now, it's probably the best time to be buying in the next 3 to 6 months. And there's opportunities for sellers as well. Not all locations go up and down at the same time within the grid. And that's why if you know somebody that knows the area and knows the pockets, even on a micro level, you can definitely take advantage. Okay, Canada is doing much better than UK. The UK has an inflation problem and the short end isn't pricing what's necessary to deal with. Okay. The Bank of Japan may scrap negative interest rates by the end of this year to adjust currently excessive level of monetary. It says bye low rates in Japan and the rest of the world. So they're saying interest rates are going to go even higher. So imagine speculating on a pre-con and getting stuck bag holding a condo with 25K deposit borrowed from line of credit. What is he talking about? This is in Keelsdale. I know where that is. That's in like Etobicoke. They bought it for $539. That's how much they want to sell it for. They purchased it for $515,000, and they only paid $25,000 deposit. Wow. Daniels, I know Daniels. Daniels helps a lot of people buy with very little down, so like 5% down. He probably put down 25. He probably trying to double his money, which is not a bad return on a condo, but he probably would have bought this like 4 or 5 years ago. So it's still not bad. Still not bad. And $539 for a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, probably market price. Trying to see. Now just wait for the next one I show you. The next one I show you, that guy, he goes very deep, very deep. Just trying to get this out the way. I'm saving the best for last. Say bye to Canadian dollar. Oh, why? What's happening with the Canadian dollar? Canadian to USD. It's going down. Wow. Yeah. Well, 73, 72. So we're at a very low point right now, but it's always ranging in this point. So yeah, it's not doing the best. Okay, North Oakville detached rug pull from the builder. They said prices will never come down for new builds. So what they mean by rug pull is basically, say you're trying to sell your house on the street for 1.2 million, and your neighbor also is trying to sell his house for on the same street. Now, what you guys may have both bought it for 2 different prices. You may have bought it for 900. Your neighbor probably bought it a few years before you for 600. So he's willing to let it go for even 900,000 because he's desperate. Interest rates high. Maybe he has to move, and today's market price is only $1 million. So you're trying to get 1.2 million for yours. Your mortgage is high. You refinance, and then the next thing you know, your neighbor comes in. He tries to sell, and he lets it go for 950,000. And that's like a domino effect that the price will definitely go down. Right? There's not that much demand. So he's basically saying on this street in Milton, this is a detached, sold in February 2022 for 1.45 million, which is high. but the builder is selling the same properties right now for 1.2 to 1.1 million. So that basically means a brand new house is going for $250,000 less. So this house is down for $250,000. That's a lot of money, but it is what it is. Talking about Airbnb, cottages, Muskoka Realtor, pandemic buyers struggling to unload cottages. Right. Cottages definitely boomed in during the pandemic. A lot of people wanted to have properties out in the wilderness. So yeah, Brampton. Okay, here we go. So 99 Tiller Trail sold for 1.35 in February 2022. 198 Tiller Trail, same street, semi-detached. Yeah, semi-detached. Sold for 870. Oh my gosh. 1.35 to 870. That's 400 and what? $480,000, $500,000 with the closing cost. This person is down almost $500,000 right now. That is crazy. Pay your rent, get a job. Somebody's not paying rent in the GTA. Soon, landlord will be getting multiple jobs. Home renters age faster than smokers and the unemployed, study finds. Who the hell wrote this? This is in Britain. Okay, let's see this one. Looks like this skipper is so embarrassed they got a bag holder. Okay, what are they talking about? Maybe they kept trying to sell it. A bank run has just begun in China as the Bank of Shangzhou, on fear of the collapse of everyone, made them insolvent. Wow, that's crazy. Just a couple of months ago, China's largest property developer, Evergrande, filed Chapter 15 bankruptcy. This week, Country Garden, another major Chinese developer, missed the debt payment. Wow. All of China's high real estate index is down 80% from its high. Housing alone accounts for 25% of China's entire GDP. China seems to be heading into a recession. I guess okay, China is planning on stimulus package to support its economy. Something's happening. It's clearly a recession and a money crunch all over the world. I know China has a lot of money in Canada itself, so what are we going on here? Okay, rented under asking. Oh, so they tried to rent it in September for 4,900, and then they lowered it by $1,000, 3,950, and then they rented it for 3,900 in 6 days. So yeah, if you price it reasonable, then you have no problem getting rentals. I find that a lot of landlords are trying to capitalize off the rental market. Rental is going up, but I feel like with the price drops in these houses, like you see 500,000 and stuff like that, 250,000 loss on a house, you're gonna see rental market cool off a bit. It's still high compared to before, but yeah. Now let's go to this guy. This guy here is interesting. This guy, Matt. Colgan, Ontario. I had to check on the map. It's in Tottenham, Ontario. Pre-con, someone paid Checking how long the video is. Okay, someone paid 2.1 mil and now selling for 1.9. I saw another assignment, some 2.3. These people didn't buy to live, just to unload on the next person. Tottenham. Premium lot asking 2.3. Total square foot 5,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. Looks like work from home is over. Never seen this many cars at 7:40 a.m. on the roads. That's true. I'm seeing a lot more cars in the GTA now. Markham pre-cons in shambles. This investor bought for 2.2 million, but now letting go for $250,000 less. Assignment sale, Markham, Ontario, 1.9 million. How much did they buy it for? 2.2. Now they're letting it for 1.9. This person is clearly losing like $300,000-$400,000. Two big mansions sold in Town last week, 14.8 and 17 mil. Wait for. Okay, this guy's making jokes. Okay, as you can see here, this person's been trying to sell since June from 785 all the way down to 550. Where is this with no soccer? Okay. Oh wow. So this guy bought it for 1.4 million in February 2022. And he just sold it for 1.17 a year later, a year and a half later. So he lost 1.4, almost $250,000. So this is another property that lost $250,000. It's a semi-detached, has great rental income. I think he tried to rent it out a few times, as you can see. Not sure why he didn't have any luck. I would have probably split the rooms and rented, put like 15 people in there. I don't care. I'm making my money back in this market. The key to this market is holding on to dear life until it bounces back. They're not making any more land. They're not making any more as many properties as people think. In major cities, that's where everybody wants to buy. All these corporations are buying it up. It's just going to be harder and harder to own a home as time goes on. So whatever you do got, you might as well try your best to hold on to it. Unless you have other plans. But I'm saying, like, unless you're struggling, I don't believe in struggling to just own a home. So that's where, like, you should have had a financial advisor. Like, I'm a financial advisor as well as a realtor. I don't just tell my clients or people that I'm working with that I'm a realtor. I'm a financial advisor. I give you life advice. If you're going through a problem, whatever it is, I can help you find a better solution. And a lot of these people just make decisions, I don't know, based on what. And I always advise people, like, prepare for worst case scenario. I thought Calden was an elite area. I bought in 2021 as a new build for 2.3, sold for 1.875, 450K loss. Wow. So this just sold in August 2023. Wow. Penthouse in Blue Jays Way in downtown. They bought it for $2 million in 2022, and they're selling it for 2023 1.7. Damn. So they lost like almost $400,000 in 1 year. You see this time and time again. People that buy in the maximum peak, people that buy, they're always in a worse situation. You know, it's hard to make a good long-term decision when you're currently down under and the bills are high. I've seen a few people in this situation. It's just more so about, you know, I always say if the market's going crazy, buy the cheapest property you can buy. And you may not make as much, but you're not going to go down as much. That downturn can wipe some people out, you know? This guy's not so bad. Ajax, 49 Fitzgerald. Bought in 2022 August for 1.49, sold for 1.44. Probably lost 100 grand. I like what he said here. Ajax owner got fleeced. Bought last August for 1.49, sold March this year for 1.63. Oh, There's a new guy that bought it for 1.63, and then the new guy sold it for 1.4. Oh my god! And then 5 months later, the guy who bought it for 1.63 sold for 1.44. You know who won? City of Ajax made 75K in land transfer tax revenue. Yeah, that's how they make their money, right? Waterloo got watered. Bought road townhouse last year for 850K, just sold for 705. You see how this house here, he bought for 850 and sold for 705. 150K loss is not as bad as 250 to 500,000. If you're buying in the peak times, you might as well just buy like 2 of these and 3 of those. At least you can maintain the rental. This person didn't even try to rent it out. Yeah. Another one, bought for 1.2, sold for 975. You can see here, bought for 1.2 in 2022 February, 975. So yeah, these are just ones that he's been posting since October 8th, last week. East Gwillimbury, Brampton Massacre, February 2022, paid 2.25 million with interest rates put on the market. 5 months later, painted the house terrible color, sold for 1.7. Oh wow, that is a clear $500,000 L. So as you can see here, guys, a lot of people are talking about the market's down, this and that. Yeah, like if you buy a property for a high price and you can't afford to pay the mortgage, and you need to sell it, and you can't even sell it. It's funny because when you really want to sell it and everything is expensive, there's no buyers. So now you're forced to sell at a loss. It's like almost like the weak hands always get shaken out. So you have to prepare for worst case scenario. You have to always team up and partner with people that know exactly what they're doing. You don't want to ever end up in a situation like this. But if you do, my best advice would be to hold on, rent out each room, put 2-3 people in a room, whatever you got to do to survive. That would be my advice. And yeah, this is just scratching the surface of a few examples. I wanted to make this video to show you guys what's happening in the market. Anyways, I'm your real estate agent, Rumy. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me or go to my website. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.